Kevin, we haven't seen the guy to your left in here very often. How about his night tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think, Malachi, he's been, it's the reason I wanted him to come here. We saw this a lot starting to develop last year. And, he works hard and, he's been practicing great. And him and Maddie have been really working hard against each other, and I think that's really helped both of them play at a high level. And he's come in, I think defensively he's playing really well. I know offensively everybody looks at it, but I think defensively he gave us a huge lift.
Shots at that stretch at the end of the first half there. Malachi, a couple big threes, probably the difference in the game. I don't know if you had the same takeaway.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can get on a good run going into halftime, against a really good defensive team, it's important.
Kevin.
Jerry.
Hello. How have you matched up so well against the Seton team?
I think the biggest thing for us, Jarrett, is the way we play pick and roll coverage. We're okay with Bud shooting jumpers. Our whole game plan was to pretty much take away AJ and Simpkins. I thought Simpkins I thought he's been a difference maker for them over the last 2 games. So for us, it's you have to take away some. It's going to be a struggle to score, but we're okay with Bud shooting 2s. And those guys not getting off, because I think AJ coming off those down screens is really tough. And I think when Simpkins gets going down to his left hand, he puts a lot more pressure, gets fouled, gets to the free throw line. So for us, it was like, it also helps us stay at home and rebound by him taking jump shots. And that's where we've struggled a little bit. And I was really proud of the first half. We only gave up 2 offensive rebounds.
Malachi, career high tonight. Obviously, you've been doing stuff off the box score, impacting the game. But how's it been being patient, waiting to really take home and put out a production offense?
Yeah, it feels good. Just been making it a conscious effort to be supportive for my teammates, to do whatever it takes to win. So playing defense, doing all the little things, and I know the offense is going to come. So just trusting God, trusting the process. Today I was able to help the team out.
Tyler, what have you seen out of Malachi, being around him in practice and watching him kind of develop throughout the year?
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, like Coach said, it starts in practice. He's always been one of the best, if not the best players in practice. So just on a consistent basis that he gives us a spark. And I'm just glad to see his shot fall today. And but it's on both sides of the ball, to be honest. He's one of our more physical guys, and he knows how to use his body. So he's a really good player.
Malachi, what do you think made your offensive game so effective tonight?
I think for me, my work has been the same all season. Since the summer, I've been coming to the gym, getting shots up. I think the thing that's changed for me as of recently is I've been making a more conscious effort with my relationship with God. I think that's a big thing, that actively seeking Him more than just an Instagram post or something like that. Actively seeking my relationship with God, and I feel like He's been helping me on the court as well.
Coach, how important was the rebounding tonight? Out-rebounded a good Seton Hall team by 10, had 13 offensive rebounds. Coach Holloway talked about that. Just what did you see?
No, I think that was really the game plan. We talked about transition defense, keeping Bud out of transition, and I think we gave up 16 offensive rebounds in the first game. I love what he just said, but it also helps that he rebounds. Whenever he rebounds, he plays well too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about too. I love the fact that you're doing that, but you also rebounded the basketball, which is phenomenal.
How much are you getting more comfortable right now with the depth, the rotation, as you get into this kind of stretch run here? I mean, I'm sure you had the problem before the season where there was barely enough guys to practice. You had some injuries. I'm sure you dealt with that a little bit the last couple of weeks. How much?
Yeah, I think the only person I got to get back into the rotation a little bit more is Chris Jeffrey, just because I think he's been a difference maker in practice for us right now. He's changed the level of how we're practicing just because we have bodies. I just got to get him back out there and get him a little bit more comfortable because he just gives us a different dimension at the guard spot. Just defensively. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable. I got confidence in all these guys. They all put the work in, so I have confidence. It's not like we don't have one guy. Like he's a little bit of a pain in the ass because he works probably too much. And his processor gets burnt out a little bit at times. But I got a lot of confidence in all of them.
Building off of that, out of the first time out, I think Bryce was the only starter out there. Do you feel better about them all playing together, the reserves?
Oh, absolutely. I don't look at it as reserves or starters. You know, I think that the second unit has really practiced at a very high level. I think you're starting to see Braden take a nice little jump. You know, Malachi, all these guys, and I think Chris has really helped them because it's, you know, I had to keep switching dev and teams, and there was just no consistency. I think right now we have a lot of consistency in practice, and I think that's helping us on the offensive and defensive end.
Coach, Shaw just mentioned Tyler, specifically Tyler, him being a glue guy, just being a grown man with his physicality. Obviously, you have a lot of history with Villanova, particularly with a player named Josh Hart, who was able to impact the game both offense and defensively near the rim and on the perimeter. Do you see any similarities between?
No, absolutely. I mean, that's about as big a compliment as I can give because Josh kicked my ass for 4 years. I mean, 3 games a year. I got it from Josh. So, absolutely, I think. As he evolves and as a player and realizes, you know, one of the things I loved about Josh is he affected the game at every level and never made a mistake. Like, he was okay not touching the ball for 8-9 possessions. Like, he knew it was like, all right, I got Jalen out here, I got Mikhail, well, I wonder why I lost so much. But once he realizes it's okay not to touch the ball a little bit and he can still affect the game at an unbelievable level, that's what made Josh a pro. Josh affected the game without having to score, but he found ways to score. He found ways to shut down the best offensive guy. He's starting to figure that out. So yes, that's about as big a compliment as I can give to somebody because, you know, Josh was not only a phenomenal person, which Tyler is, but just a winner, and Tyler's a winner.
Tyler, that glue guy word, sometimes players don't like it. You know, they think it's like a derogatory term in some ways. Like, what's your relationship with that word and how it applies to you?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say it, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help my team, and, you know, I can impact the game in many ways, so I'm fine with that if we win.
Kevin, as the years gone on and this team has found an identity, what part of it are you most satisfied with and how it's come together?
Nothing. We got a lot of work to do. Like, February is not a time to be satisfied. February is not a time to be, like, you should be looking at your team right now in February and saying, what do I need to improve? What do I need to fix? What do we have to get? Like, I have to fix our offense a little bit. Like, I'm not satisfied with anything.
Kevin, I got 2.
Jerry.
What do you think of the Seton Hall team?
I love the Seton Hall team. It's Shaw personified. They're as tough as you can play against. They're the toughest team we've played against all year. Michigan's a little bit different just because Michigan's length and athleticism was, I think, a little bit of a shocker to us when we first went against them. I don't think we were quite ready for that. But this is Shaw's personality. I love it. They're fun to watch. Sometimes they struggle to shoot, but they, just like Shaw a little bit, like they never give up. Like you always, like, we were up 20 and we're like, you know they're going to make a run. And that tells you how good of a coach he is and how much they love playing for him.
Second thing, you've been in this building a lot over the years on the business end of these games. What's it like coaching in this arena as the home team?
Yeah, get back to me next year, Chair. I say this a lot. Like, this is an unbelievable job. I'm blessed to be the Villanova head coach. I love it. I'm still drinking out of the fire hose, man. Like, I love it, but, like, you know, I think I still have so many bad memories. You know, every time I walk on the court and I see a V, I get a little shiver just because I think I lost by 37 in here one year. 20,
right.
I think it was 26 the year after that. And then finally Jay was nice enough to move me down to the Wells Fargo and we beat him. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, but I'm glad he did because we finally got a W. We never came back here after that. And I kept texting him after every game, like, I love you. You're just such a nice guy to get me out of this building. So it's great, man. I have a great job, so I'm blessed.
He was here tonight, right, Jay?
Yes.
I think he's here just about. Yeah, he goes right back to Naples and plays golf. He's got the job that we all want one day. Eventually, yes.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any more questions? Thank you so much for all your questions.
Thank you, Coach.